Hello everyone and welcome back to Life with She Rochelle. Thanks so much for joining for another planner video. So today's video is a special video. I am collaborating with Monique from Arisen You, and we're going to be talking about our planner systems, setups, and styles, and how they have evolved throughout the course of 2020 from January until now. So after you watch this video, make sure you stop by her channel, which I have her channel and the video linked in my description box below so that you can take a look at hers. All right, I hope you enjoy. Okay, so I have a lot of planners to go through. I'm going to try my best to make this quick and not draw it out all long and everything. But I want to kind of let you see everything that I have done. So this was the planner that one of the planners that I came into 2020 with. Actually, it started out being the only planner I came into 2020 with. I got into, let's see how far I got in here. What month is this? I got into March actually with it. How about that? I got into the first, maybe the second week of March. Yep, I got into Monday, the first full week of March, Monday the 9th, and then I was over it. And I actually was doing pretty good in this planner. This is the Hobonichi Cousin. I really still actually do love this planner. I love Hobonichi's paper. I think it is bomb. I am all about the thin paper, the Tomo paper, and as you continue to watch this video, I still use that paper a lot. But this is kind of what, I didn't really use the weeklies too much. I guess I filled them out. Apparently I filled them out. I more so was keeping track of schedules in the weeklies. And as you can see, this planner is kind of already set up. It has everything portioned out where it's supposed to be. You don't have to go and draw anything in extra to create. And so I didn't really, this is what I really wasn't using, and that's the monthlies. I didn't really use the monthlies like that in here. I maybe had a sticky here and there. I did use my weeklies, as you can see, for scheduling and such. I maybe skipped some here and there, but not too often. But what I heavily used was my daily pages in here. I would create my to-do list. I did a scripture, and I had a journaling moment or something in here as well. And that carried out for majority of the time I was using it. I mainly made it functional. I didn't really do a whole bunch of decorating because at that time in my life, I was kind of over it. I was over decorating. I just wanted to get everything on paper and keep it moving. Very, very minimal decorating in here. No real pretty planning, just a whole bunch of ink pen. And like I said, I got into the beginning of March, and that was it in this planner. I decorated the covers, and I had this in, you'll see what I had it in eventually. It was in this, which is a Moturn cover. And when I was using this, I bought this, which is the Day Free Hobonichi Cousin, and this just has the months in it. This was being used for my life planner, and I had actually purchased this for my social media planning, but I really didn't do very much social media planning, and I actually recently only just started back doing consistent videos, and so it kind of ended up just being nothing. At some point, I took some of the pages out because I tipped them into my other notebook that I was using, and that was kind of a waste because I actually didn't end up using that. But this is what this planner was supposed to be for. I did use it for a hot second. And it was, again, going to be social media planning, journaling planning, whatever. And this was life planning. So these were what I was using first together. They were kind of my stay-home planners. I wasn't really taking them anywhere. Because at the time, in this, which is another Moturn cover, I was using this as a wallet. But I had this notebook in it right here. And I was just making grocery lists. If I was out and I wanted to do a quick Bible study or a quick list or a quick journaling moment, or if I had to write down my bills, whatever the case may be, it went in here. And so that's what I was using. And this is a Stylogy notebook. It's an A6 Stylogy notebook, and I had this tucked into the pockets in here, and my credit cards were in here as well. So that was another thing that I was using, and this was, again, at the beginning of the year. And the last thing that I came into January using was this Stylogy notebook. And this Stylogy notebook actually has set for like tracking and such. I only made up 1 month of the trackers in here, and it's really cute. I love how I had everything set up, but I couldn't stay with it. I could not keep up. And so I got to what day is this? The 12th, and then that was it. Wasn't any more tracking going on. Also used it for brain dumps. And then it's just empty from there, and I'm gonna pick back up using this probably for journaling once my journaling planner that I'm using now runs out of pages. So after that, I decided to try to move back into rings, which is what I was using at the end of 2019. And so I created this again, like I redid it. I took all of the pages that I had in it out. I cut down some 32-pound paper and I punched it and put it in here. And so this planner is just filled with blank pages. I really don't have anything in here. I have my month tabs, and then I put the grind and socialite on the back. I don't even know what I honestly was intending to use this for, but it's set up if I do decide I want to use it for anything. And this is a A5 ring bound planner, and the cover is the A5 ring bound Filofax Domino, and I really love the cover. I really do love it, but I just can't do ring bounds right now at this point in life, as you'll continue to see. Then I made this. This actually is completely set up, and this was supposed to be my wellness planner. I have all the sections in here, all the sections set up for use, but I don't know why. I just cannot, for some reason, get down with the personal size paper right now. It's just too tiny. Even though, like, for what I could use this for, it would be perfect. I just haven't used it. I haven't used it. I might maybe wrote in here like once or twice, and that's been it. But it's set up if I do decide I want to go back to it. I recently recommitted to my wellness journey anyway, so this might come into place at some point. And I think I set this up in March or April sometime. And it's now June, so it's all set up. Nothing in here is dated, and I think that is so smart to do. If you feel like you're going to be flip-flopping between your planners, then it's good to have it to where your setup is not dated, so that whenever you're ready to jump into it, you can do that and it not be a problem. So that's to the side for whenever I decide I want to pick up using it again. I bought this planner sometime after that, thinking that I was gonna use it for memory keeping, and y'all, I did like 3 weeks in here with an add-on pack. The planner itself hasn't even been touched, so I think I'm gonna give it to my mom or something. But I was just doing memory keeping, and I literally got through 2.5 weeks. This is what it was intending to look like, and this is what happened the next week. And nothing, and then it went to nothing, so I couldn't keep up with it in here. I did Happy Planner and ring bound systems all last year, and I just can't commit to ring bound. I bought this notebook because I thought it was cute, and then I was setting it up for like a records, like a schedule book where I'm kind of like keeping record of different things. Like I had my schedule in here, my goals were supposed to be in here, my routines and such were supposed to be kept in here, and I kind of like put this to the side after a while as well. But this is another one that I was using, and this is a Happy Planner Classic Half Notes. The other one was a Happy Planner Classic. This is a Happy Planner Classic notebook that I actually converted into a planner, and I will actually be using this when the kids start school and when they start summer school again. I had this one set up for the kids so that I can hand each one of them these during the week with their individual assignments on it, and then they will give it back to me, checking off what they've completed, so I can go and double check behind them. And this is what I'm gonna keep using when summer school starts and when the school year in September or whenever it's gonna start, it starts as well. And I'll just keep setting it up from there. And let's see here, what is next that I have not covered? Okay, so then I No, this is not next. This is next. So then I set up a B6 strategy, and I kind of decided to make this kind of a everything. I was doing planning in it for my weekly planning, daily planning, monthly planning, note taking, brain dumping, Bible study. Everything was going in here at one point, and I really enjoyed it. Like just in this alone, I kind of got the groove of what I like to do and how I like to plan. I was doing soap study, Bible study, and then I went into another thing that I found where you write out your observations and your application, but then you write out a praise and a offering of thanks, and then a confession of whatever the case may be, and then also you're asking as far as what you need from God. And so I put that in here, and that's something that evolved over time. And then my spreads themselves evolved over time, and how I was using them. I went from doing my weeks like this here to actually writing out lists like this for my weeks, which is something that has again evolved. But then I really love this. I love my list making because it's more of the simplistic journaling type of the bullet journaling type of planning. And I started recording weather in here, which is something different that I began doing. And then I started doing like a weekly priority, like a brain dump list in here as well. And I was not doing that at the beginning of the year. Excuse me, at the beginning of the year. And this is also where I regained my love for pretty planning, decorating. And so I kept it simple where I wanted to, and I added stickers and made it nice and pretty where I wanted to as well as I continued to use this planner. But as time continued on, once again, I got bored right around here. So at the end of March, I actually changed over, and I decided to just start using this instead for, was this the end of March? Nope. It wasn't. This was the beginning of April was the last time I used this for planning. And then I switched over to just using this for journaling. And since then, I've been just doing Bible study in here, just Bible study journaling, note taking, scripture writing, whatever the case may be. I've been doing that in here since then, and that's what I've continued to do in here. So that's what's going on in here now. Just Bible study, planning it. But at first, this was like kind of my my planner plus everything else. It's like everything was caught in here. And I love this size. It's like the perfect size for everything. But I needed to not be running through it in 2 months. 3 months, okay, but 2 months, nah. So I mean, you see how thick it was getting and how many pages are actually left. And so I didn't want it to be that big. It gets hard to write on after a while. So I switched out of there for that. And then I started using, nope, this isn't it. This is not next. Then I started using this because I was like, well, I do want to do daily sometimes, because sometimes I need to have my hours set up, or I need to at least know what I'm doing morning, afternoon, and evening. And so that was short-lived. And I did a few spreads in here set up just like that. This is the Erin Condren notebook, a productivity notebook, where it's kind of like already set up for that type of a style. And I still plan to use this every once in a while, just not consistently. But this is what I was actually using for my planner, set up similarly to how I was using my B6 strategy. But I started doing more just straight planning in here. And this is kind of what I have moved into now. So I still kept my list, and then I started doing my week on 2 pages with the 4 boxes. And I like that a lot, but I was like, well, I want to do a little bit more with my stickers. And so I changed over instead to something else in the one that I'm using now. But it was switching between the week on 2 pages to, again, moving back and forth between, just depending on how much time I had, making my list like I was doing in my B6 as well. And I got through half of April and May in here. And this is kind of where I start. This is the last one that I used like daily, like a regular planner. In the back, I made like a section where I had different kinds of lists in here. Like my heart tracker, my to buy, my interests, my family. I put my dinner ideas, weekly routines, master cleaning, and kids week. And I like that setup. I like that idea. But what I don't like about that is the fact that it doesn't carry over to the next thing with me. So sticky notes serve me a lot better when it comes to some of these things that, you know, I feel like I'm gonna end up having to write all over again. And so that was, you know, how I felt about that one. And I missed my Stalogy because there's just nothing like the paper. Now, Erin Condren's paper feels really good, but it's like the complete opposite of Stalogy's paper. Erin Condren's paper is super thick, and Stalogy's paper is super thin, like the Tomo paper. And Erin Condren's paper is super textured, and Stalogy's paper is super smooth. Then I had this, I wanted to give this a try. I gave it an honest go, and I just couldn't get down with it. And this was the personal wide. I was like, well, the personal is too small, and I just can't. And so maybe the personal wide will be better. And while I like the planner, I love every section. I love the inserts and everything that's in here. The problem that I had with it is that it's too structured, and I just felt like I was confined. So I ended up, what I was supposed to be doing is making the planner. I just showed you my upstairs planner and this my downstairs planner, and I just couldn't keep up with both of them at the same time. And so I kind of put this to the side. I started doing a little bit in it, and I've shown a flip through of it. And so if you want to see that, it's still up. It's still set up. Nothing is dated. And so anytime I want to jump back into it, like I said, I can. I really love it. It's just, rings is just not my thing right now. I cannot do it, y'all. As y'all can see, I'll jump in a ring planner and jump right back out. This is another planner that I use, and actually this is a notebook. I did purchase a personalized cover. It was from Erin Condren, and this is where I keep my household finances. It's just a notebook, and what I do is I just like make my own months out of it. This is cardstock that I just glued down to a sheet of notebook paper, and I printed out, I made a printable from Etsy of the calendar, and I did purchase some of Shea Budget stickers, and I'm just doing my monthly planning for budgeting in here. And again, this is just a notebook. It's a regular notebook that I actually uncoiled and recoiled from Erin Condren with more paper. And last but not least, my current planner. This planner is my absolute favorite thing in the world right now. I love it so much. And it is a A5 Stalogy that I have cut down. So I cut a little bit off the top and I cut a little bit off the side to make it fit into this cover, which is a Carpe Diem cover. And actually, it is the same size as the Moleskine expanded notebooks. Literally the same exact size. And so I have a couple of those too that I haven't started using just yet. And the planner setup that I use in here it's fluid. I can do whatever I want to do. And so I am trying different things. I thought I was going to like this in here because I wanted to use more stickers, but I'm like, this was too jumbled up, as you've heard me say in my previous video. So right now I'm using the week on 4 pages, and it's working out really, really well for me. I love it so much. And this is what I'm using currently. It's still coming together, but all my pieces are the same. I have a brain dump. I have my goals. I have my weeks. I have space for my days. I have my tracking. And then in the back, I have my things that are important. Like I have a section for extra things. Like this is really a note section. I have a section for my schedule. I have a section that I have like my yearly calendar information in. And with so many blank pages, because this is a Stalogy 365, I can put so many other sections if I want in here. I can do other small bits of journaling in here if I want to. But I love it. And this is what I'm using currently. It's my all-around planner. I am at a place right now where I can literally only use one planner at a time. And I'm okay if I'm jumping back and forth because nothing's dated and I don't feel confined in that way. But planner-wise, I'm only using one. I am still using this B6 Stalogy for my Bible study. I have another one like it that's like barely used that I'm also using. And I'm using this for my journaling. I have one other journal that I don't have out here right now. But this is all that I got going on. This is all that has occurred throughout the course of 2020. And it led me to my Stylogy, which is a bound notebook, bullet journal planning. And it's kind of like what I like right now. But, I mean, we still got a whole half a year left in 2020. So that's bound to change again at some point. Who knows? Who knows what I'm gonna end up in by the time December gets here. Maybe me and Monique can come back and do another video like this in December to see what ended up changing between now and December. But yeah, I hope you like this video. Again, don't forget to stop down in my description box below. Make sure you click on Monique's video so you can check hers out. Let her know I sent you. I will talk to y'all in the next video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye and be blessed.